Why are you up so damn late?
Well, I'm trying to get this taken care of before I go file some stuff at the courthouse right away so I can keep those baboons off me. But what I've got going is on July 20th, I had Franklin County Sheriff's deputies tell me that they got a complaint from Greenbelt Bank that I was, how did they say it? Something about was disrespectful or aggravated or something with employees there, to which I knew nothing about. I mean, the last time I had talked to Greenbelt Bank was a week before. I talked to Pat Fisher, and she didn't say anything, and we did business, you know, how we've done business for the past 20-some years that I've done business there. And they told me that they had a complaint and I was supposed to stay away from Greenbelt Bank, to which I called over here because they said it was called in Wright County, and talked to dispatch. I said, could you have a deputy call me and let me know what this is all about? And they never called me back.
I remember that, but
Okay.
I think I actually might have called you back, but I may have told you that would be a Belmont city police issue.
Okay.
Would that have been a conversation we had then?
No, I never talked to you after that. I never had any missed calls come up on my phone either.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that then, or
No,
don't know anything about it?
still learning what you're saying. I don't know anything about your bank.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't know anything about it, I should be fine to go over there and do business today, shouldn't I?
Do I need? I mean, I can look back on the calls. What?
I just want to make sure it's okay for me to go in there first.
When did the deputies actually come out to your house and present you with anything? The people
No.
saying you know
No.
trespassing you if you go back.
No, they didn't. They didn't present me with anything. They just they told me that, and you and I both know how honest they are. That could have been just a lie to keep me away from there, so they can keep doing their illegal crap they're pulling. You know, I don't know.
So I don't know. You're kind of generalities here. I'm not. What is the issue with the bank? What happened with the bank?
First of all, I want to make sure it's okay to go in there. That's my first issue. Is it okay for me to go in there, or does somebody have some complaint on me that prevents me from going in there? Which I don't think they do. You know.
I can look it up.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Okay, I'll go on.
There's like no order of protection.
Yeah, no, nothing that I know of.
So then I'm guessing maybe at some point you guys had maybe a heated discussion and someone just said, look, did they say get out of here for cool off?
No, we never had a heated discussion at all. I can't even begin to wonder where that comment came from. That's what really threw me off guard. That's why I called over here to find out.
So at Greenbelt Bank,
Yep.
you worked with who there last? You said
Pat Fisher was the one I talked to last on the phone. Otherwise, I've just been doing my deposits in the night box to stay away from there until I could figure out what was going on. But it's gotten to the point where
so the last time you're in the bank.
In the bank? Oh, that's been several months ago.
Okay, was there anything that went wrong or heated on that?
No, not at all. I couldn't even tell you, the exact date. I can tell you it was just, probably a deposit or withdrawal that I happened to go inside for, because it was business hours and nothing at all out of the ordinary, I should say. So
no beefs with any employees?
No.
Then Dylan, I don't.
There shouldn't be any reason, should there?
No.
Okay.
From what you're telling me so far, I don't have any background to tell you can't walk into an establishment and continue to bank.
Okay.
Unless they've told something.
Yeah. Right.
Let's say it happened this way. Let's say something took place and they called the town police.
Yep.
I'm not necessarily going to know.
Right.
What a town police department's case would be.
Yeah.
Unless I go back and I look it up and I figure out that okay, you said this, did this in the bank, and they said this and said, okay, no.
Right.
Until parties agree, disagree, cool down, whatever, you need to.
Yeah, no, that's.
And if there's no paper, I see no reason why you can't go in.
Okay.
By going in the establishment, or the bank, does that raise your blood pressure? Do you get upset when you go in the bank?
Nah, I mean, there's an issue there with a document that's clearly illegal. But on the other hand, I've had a lot of things done to me over the past 9 months that you wouldn't believe that raise my blood pressure. But do I take it out on the people that are, just getting coached and basically are getting pushed around by somebody higher up to do what they're doing? No, I don't. I'm not going to do that.
Then yeah, I don't see why you can't.
Okay.
Go in and bank.
Second issue we've got, and you're probably going to refer me to the Belmont Police Department, which is fine. I'm just covering my bases here to make sure I'm covering my bases. But we've got a document in the Belmont Bank that has not been run through the clerk of court. All it is a document saying my dad, well, I don't even refer to him as that, but I have to just from dealing with it for 30 some years, calling him my dad. But anyway, my dad has a document saying he has, and this is alleged, I have never even seen this document, saying that he has the ability to put my personal funds in an account with his name on it also, and then basically block me or prevent me from accessing those funds that were in my name to begin with.
Definitely not a criminal thing for us to get involved. I have no idea how to answer that except a third party such as an attorney, like a tax attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe who you want to deal with, because who does your taxes?
I had let's see, who is it? Used to be Schnell. What the heck is their name now? They changed. Hogan and Hansen. Hogan and Hansen is who I deal with.
Okay. Okay. Are they the ones that left town?
They might be. The last time I did it was in Mason City, so I don't know.
I think Hogan Hansen's out of Belmont, left town. It'd be like, just an example. It'd be a question like going to who's the other one? Jason Wessels.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of his business name, but going to see Jason and asking him the legalities behind that, because as far as when it comes to banking on a document, we can't provide any sort of opinion on it, because I'm not going to know without seeing what it is. A tax guy may have better information to provide for you on how to deal with that.
Okay.
And you may want to take a tax attorney in with you so they can review the document. As far as you saying it's not filed, I don't know if things like that have to be filed at the courthouse at all. It may be just a two-party thing where it's between you and your dad, or you and the prior farm name, or you and your LLC if you had one, or a farm, whatever your farm thing is. That's who it's between. I don't know if you filed anything like that with the court.
We've always been separate, me and my dad. So I mean, there's nothing that they can go back on and say, well, this was part of this setup and now it's not, or anything like that. I understand what you're saying with a two-party. Unfortunately, once it goes to the bank, if the bank allows it, it becomes a three-party incident. The bank and me and whoever the document is through. Obviously, the bank shouldn't be doing anything as far as putting my money into another account without my signature on it or so forth. If they do just take somebody else's word for it, I think that probably would fall under a criminal situation, I'm afraid.
Has there been any court documents prior for you, and let's say from your time you were 16 to the time you're age now, where parents or a institution of some sort had helped with organizing your funds?
No, there has not been.
Then I'm guessing then it may be uncomfortable as heck to do so. It sounds like you and your dad don't have the best working relationship.
No.
But you're gonna have to have the uncomfortable meeting with your dad at the bank to determine what's going on. And that is where you're probably going to want to have a tax person with you to help you decide, okay, yeah, this is legal, Dylan, or no, this needs to be filed a different way. Especially if you're feeling like the bank's on a side or the other.
Right.
We can't tell you who's right, who's wrong. It's not one of our issues. So you're gonna have to take the next step, and the one thing I can recommend is finding a tax attorney, like, and I'm just throwing out the name Jason because that's who I know.
Right.
He's up there. Is someone like that can go in, see the document with you, and provide another opinion that can help you. So there's no way for me to know what is right, what's wrong with that.
Okay, and the thing is, I mean, it doesn't matter if he's my dad, if he's Joe Blow off the street, whatever. You know, I can't go into the bank with a document that I had some attorney type up and say, well, I'm going to take Don Johnson's money here, and that's the way it's going to be. I have all of Don Johnson's money in my account. Don isn't going to have to call me up. Hey, come meet me at the bank. We need to have a meeting so I can have my money back. That's going to be known as theft, you know, if I was to do something like that. And that's no different than what's happening here, right?
The way you stated that, that would be
right.
In your situation right now, I don't know, because without seeing the document, and you said you haven't seen it either.
No,
I don't know.
And that's
I don't know what to tell you.
That's even worse when you haven't seen the document. Nobody's seen the document, and then it happens. You know, that's even worse yet.
Is this something that just came up like real recent as far as the transaction trying to take place and you couldn't get money, or has this been a long thing?
I would say probably 2-3 months. It's progressively gotten worse. I actually got given photocopies of personal checks that were made to me from Syngenta. There's one for $9,000, and they took a photocopy of it and are refusing to provide me with the check, any evidence of where it went, nothing. And I mean, that's theft. That's theft.
And that's where initially, right out of the gate, you need to have that tax person with you so they can do that. It's kind of like having an audit done.
Okay.
And then we get that. So let's say that happened. Let's say you have your guy with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to then identify what the crime is.
Right.
Then an agency can take and work with it.
Yeah.
For behind closed doors on with someone's accounts, your civil account, your dad's civil account, it's your stuff going on now. We don't know what the crime is. You haven't seen the documents. We don't know what the documents are.
Yeah. I think the photocopy of the check would probably be enough to say that's theft, though. When they're giving me photocopies but won't give me my check, that's theft, right?
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm not gonna classify it yet, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's even deception yet, but it's
theft.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's theft. Like I said, I'm just doing this to cover my bases, but I'll go to the Belmont Police Department, ask them about it to make sure I'm 100% in the clear.
Who was the last person with the police department you talked to? I can look that up right now. Just if you give me.
In Belmont there.
Yeah.
Last person I've ever talked to would be Ken Godsell, but it was not regarding this issue. I have not talked to them yet on it. I chose to talk to you because obviously, I wanted to make sure I was in the clear to go there because I heard about that complaint to you guys. So that's why I made sure to come here first and cover that.
I'll give me a few minutes. If you got to take a smoke or whatever, I'll look back and calls.
Okay.
What is what's your address?
2137 Balsam Avenue.
Oh, that's right. You're up there in Franklin County.
and that's Missouri, Iowa. And yeah, the reason I came in here is obviously the bank is in Wright County.
Right.
So.
And so let's just go back to the bank for a second. At no time were you ever kicked out of there, told not to come back for a while?
No.
Cool off?
No. Not anything of the sort. Even in phone calls, I never had anybody tell me, well, you're out of line for saying that or something stupid like that. I know Mr. Tate Goldman is a little bit tough to get along with, but on the same token, I feel that it was him, not myself, that may have said something of a nature that was disrespectful. But he sure as heck, or nobody, there wasn't anybody that told me I was in the wrong on anything and or wasn't supposed to go back or not talk to him or anything like that.
So did it get to the point where you lost your cool when you went in?
No, and the thing is, the bank has video of everything. If they wanted to somehow say that I did, I'm sure they would present you with video of it. And there's nothing, not even close, so.
It doesn't sound like anything criminal's taking place during any of this. It just might be trying to, did cooler minds not prevail on a certain visit?
No. Yeah, if you want to go get that stuff and just to make darn sure I'm not doing something wrong. So
Dylan is a D-A-Y-L-A-N?
D-I-L-L-O-N.
L-O-N. It's V-E-R-K-A-N-T, right?
V-I-E-R-K-A-N-T.
Okay. And what's the middle initial?
W.
Alright, give me a few minutes.
Alright.
I'll grab it.
Alright. No, that's not the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Did you hear him? You can go in and take anybody's money in the bank you want. And he knows me very, very well. He knows exactly how to spell my name. He knows this, he knows that. He's buddies with fucking Aaron Dodd. When I was in Wright County on the Half Pot Farm, he was out like 2-3 times. Just because I wasn't out there, or just because I was out there in the early morning hours, which farmers do sometimes, a lot of times, it's not uncommon. And it was obvious what I was doing. There's lights on, what have you. And he would stop just to basically harass, and the clock suck is what it was. No different than what's transpiring right now. Giant fucking clock sucking. And he just told me he don't care if he's on video or not. He's gonna fucking disrespect me. Yeah. All right. Find anything?
Well, I got a list of calls like this long for Greenbelt Bank. When, what month, how do I narrow those down? When did they tell you, or when were you told not to come back?
7/20 of 20.
So July of this year, whatever took place?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've got calls from Greenbelt Bank to you about me or what?
No. In general, we get alarm calls. We get,
okay.
so
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I've got about 80 calls I got to go through to see what might pertain to customer Dylan, something that I can read.
Right.
So,
it's 7/20 of 20 would have been the day.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to take me a few minutes. So.
Yep. I'll just sit in the vehicle and wait.
All right.
This is ridiculous. I mean, this is bad.
There's the salad bowl.
Pick up a nail so people that are fucking trying to destroy my life can't get flat tires. Yeah, this seems like a average amount of time it would take a person to Got anything?
Only thing we have that relates to you and Green Bank or Greenbelt is on the 23rd of July. You called back in to ask to talk with Rick from the Belmont. Wanted to know, is there a complaint? Am I in trouble? And then the notes to say that he tried to call you back because the voicemail is generic. It's not like your voice on
Yeah,
it.
I haven't got it set up.
So because of that, then we won't leave a personal message because we don't.
Right.
If it's not you, we're leaving your information to somebody else. So,
Right.
but that's on the 23rd.
Yeah.
There's nothing that shows from the bank that you're in trouble. If
Okay.
they filed a complaint. It's. I think it just falls back. You just got a banking civil issue with this with the bank. Recommendation is take a third party with you
Well.
and see what you get. Because
Okay.
doesn't appear to be anything criminal. There's nothing that we can do with the bank right now.
Okay.
Until, like I said, you get an audit done or something like that. Someone that says, "Hey, that's not right."
Yeah.
Then they can bring that crime back to us. Then there might be some teeth in it. Until then, you just got a unfortunate.
Now, if I can bring you proof that a check that a single party check made out to myself was taken in there and deposited without my signature on it, that would fall under a criminal.
That's something that we can possibly look into.
Okay, I'll do that.
Without something like that.
Yeah, I'll have to get that for you. So I'll do that, man. Thanks a lot.